Hey, good afternoon, everybody. First things first, this video is just serving as an introduction into the course. Um, just kind of reminds you, who your teacher is because you normally don't see me too often. Um, but a lot of y'all do remember me from last semester because y'all had me, a lot of y'all had me for Math 1021 College Algebra, and y'all did awesome. Okay, so it's going to be this pretty much the same setup, just different topics. So, yeah, at least we got that out of the way. So, just as a formality, y'all know me. My name's James Boffmeyer, instructor of mathematics at LSUE, and I'll be your trig teacher for this semester. So, like I said, a lot of y'all already have the basic rundown of the course because of college algebra. So, what that means is that you don't have to have another access code into the course. You don't have to wait for LSUE to send you I think it's a 16-digit code, something like that. All you need to do is use your MyMathLab login credentials that you used last semester. You would log in like you normally would into the class, but at the top right, if I'm not mistaken, it's at the top of the screen. It's gonna give you the option to enroll or add a course. When you do that, when you hit that button, that's when you're going to put this course ID, which is located on the course syllabus, my last name, Boffenmeyer, all lowercase, 60549. That's what gets you into the course. You don't have to purchase an additional textbook. You don't have to purchase anything, or middle and high, or your high school does not have to purchase anything extra. You just need to enroll in the course because we're still using the same textbook, which I know how much you guys missed this. That orange guy right here. See? Algebra, trigonometry. Y'all did the algebra part last semester, and now this semester we're doing the trig part. Haha, so much fun. So, now that we got that out of the way, basically the course format is going to be very similar to what you guys did last semester. It's just going to be different material, okay? So I know you guys can read the syllabus. Y'all can read. I have no problem with that. But the one thing that I noticed last semester was a lot of y'all did not access Moodle until the teaching demonstration started. So I urge you, beginning of this semester, please check your Moodle accounts periodically. Okay. Now we're not going to be doing a whole lot on Moodle. Okay, but definitely check it periodically because that's where a lot of announcements are going to be. I'm going to put some materials up there, at least some supplemental materials, some notes here and there and all that stuff. So I'm going to put all that up on Moodle, but definitely check Moodle every now and then. The syllabus will be up there. Your final grades, how they're calculated. Final grades are going to be somewhat similar to what we did last semester. As always, you'll have homework assignments, quizzes, discussion threads, your teaching demonstration, exams, and your final exam. Now, the difference is, I have the syllabus pulled up. That's why you see me looking over there. The difference is last semester your final grade was based out of 1,000 points. This semester your final grade is based out of 790 points. Okay, so a little bit less, but it's just because we're actually covering less material. We have less sections per chapter. But don't let that fool you. Less sections per chapter doesn't necessarily mean it's easier. The sections and the material they're a little bit harder, they're a little bit trickier than what we did last semester. Trigonometry is, it's a different way of thinking, okay? So we'll talk more about that in just a second. But in order to get an A in the course, you have to get 711 points out of 790, 632 to get a B, 553 to get a C, 474 to get a D, below 474 is no bueno. So all of your grades, just like last semester, all of your grades will be already calculated and they'll be put up on MyMathLab. Okay, so the biggest thing too, you don't have to ask me what your grade is. You can access your grades, you can access your grade books at any time on MyMathLab. Okay, when you log into your MyMathLab account, you should see your overall grade. When you click it, that brings you straight to your grade book. Okay, so if you want to show your parents, if you want to show your family what your grade is, you are more than welcome to. That's your decision. But you can go ahead and do that. Okay, that's completely up to you guys. Discussion rubrics, same concept as what it was last semester. The only difference is that instead of it being out of 20 points, it's going to be out of 25 points. Rubric is going to be there. Like I said, pretty standard. Same stuff we did last semester, just different material. Exam setup, like I said last semester, best of 2 attempts on all of your exams and quizzes except your final exam. Definitely take advantage of those 2 attempts. Some of y'all did not take advantage of that last semester. Okay? Your grade is the best of those 2 attempts. Take advantage of those 2 attempts, please. Makeup assignment. Basically, if you have something that is preventing you from accessing the internet, not preventing you from doing the assignment, but from accessing the internet that is out of your control, let me know. Y'all know I'm pretty good with that. If technology issues happen, all you got to do is talk to Mr. Simon, and he will contact me, or you can email me. Whichever way, it'll still get back to me, and I can work on that. I have no problem with that. I can access my math lab on my phone quite a bit. Communication policy. I know y'all didn't do this too terribly much last semester because most of y'all had college algebra down pat. But for trigonometry, use that Ask My Instructor feature on my math lab. Please, 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 please. Trigonometry is not one of those subjects you can get overnight. Most of y'all have not seen the material for trigonometry. College algebra has been pounded in your head since 6th grade. Okay? Even for college students, it's been pounded, but not trig. Most of the material in trigonometry is completely brand new. All right? So I do expect a lot of questions, and I urge you to keep asking questions. Please ask questions. That's the best way students can learn. That's how you learn. Okay? I promise you. Whew, I've just put a lot of effort into that one. Just ask questions, guys. Late work, makeup work, it's an online class. Just like in college algebra, you could work ahead as much as you wanted. As long as you get the assignments done on time, that's all that matters. You can do all of the homework assignments for the entire semester in the first week. Okay? That's the beauty about it. The only condition is that the exams have a 2 to 3 day window. Okay? But the homework assignments, you can work ahead as long as you want. Okay? Just as long as you get them completed by the due dates that are posted on my math lab, as well as a separate document on Moodle, and you will receive regular weekly reminders regarding upcoming assignments. Also, the good thing about my math lab, when you log into my math lab, the home screen shows you upcoming assignments that are due. Please, please, please pay attention to that. You're going to have roughly 3 to 4 ways to get that information delivered to you. Okay? Let's see here. Okay, so the course content. Now, I know you guys can read this, so I have no problem with that. But since this is a brand new course for a lot of folks, basically trigonometry is a study of triangles. Okay? If you look all around you, there is always going to be some form of a triangle. I mean, if you look at the 2 posters behind me, the 2 posters are rectangles. Well, if you divide a rectangle in half from one corner to the other, you have 2 triangles. Technically, you'll have 2 right triangles. Okay? Basically, I know you guys want this. This is an LSU diploma. Okay? Go Tigers. If I take my finger from this corner and I divide my diploma up, go all the way to that corner, that means I have a triangle down here and a triangle up here. 2 triangles. But guess what? It's hidden. You don't see them, but they're there. If you look at a bridge, look at the bridges on, let's say, the Mississippi River, okay, when you're going through Baton Rouge, or going through Lake Charles. Look at a cell phone tower. Things like that. Structures use triangles. Triangles are everywhere, guys. They use some form of a triangle. Well, why a triangle? Well, geometrically, a triangle is the strongest shape. Okay? There's less pressure points on a triangle, there's less weak points on a triangle than there are in any other geometric shape. All right? So that's why triangles are used so much. A truss system is a system or a structure that is built strictly off of triangles. So that's why trigonometry, the first three letters tri, study of triangles. That's why trigonometry is so important. The second part is trigonometric identities, inverse functions, and equations. I'm just going to be honest with you. A lot of students hate these sections. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. And the reason why they hate it is because those sections, those 5 sections in that chapter, deal with proofs, mathematical proofs. You're proving why a statement is true. We know these statements are true, but why? Now you're probably wondering, well, what's the point of learning that? When you get out into the workforce, when you get out into the real world, proving identities, I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm a mathematician. I can say this with the utmost certainty. Proving identities serves no use whatsoever in the real world. But the problem-solving process, the thinking process behind solving those identities, that's what's useful in the real world. The process you use to solve that, not the actual end result. That's why those identities are so important, because you're thinking about it in a completely different way. Applications of trigonometry, basically the third section, the third exam, is going to be extremely applicable. We're going to be doing a whole lot of word problems and a whole lot of application problems. These problems, especially in the first section, the trigonometric functions, and the application trigonometry, those are going to be problems that you will see on an everyday basis. Okay, so if you ever wonder, well, the stuff we learned in math class we didn't use it outside of math class, I guarantee you will not say that same thing with those 2 sections. Because engineering fields, STEM fields, things like that, they use those 2 sections. They use trigonometry so much. Conic sections, those are used mostly when you get into higher level calculus. So the parabola, ellipses, hyperbolas, and parametric equations, you will see that over again whenever you take, not necessarily Cal 1, but mostly Cal 2. Okay, Calculus 2, when you get into integral calculus. So a lot of this stuff you will see over again, just in a more advanced form. All right, but that's the idea behind trigonometry. It gets you prepared for the higher level math, and it gets you to think way outside the box. But the real world designs you to get to think outside the box. That's what we got to do as colleges. Okay? So that's my little spiel about trigonometry. And I will say that, in my personal opinion, trigonometry is probably the most important mathematical course you will ever take in your life. A lot of algebra is theoretical. Okay, we know that because in real life, yeah, you're going to use polynomial division to solve higher order equations. Okay, but generally, when are you ever going to solve a higher order equation unless you're a physicist or an engineer? Okay, calculus. Most computers can do calculus nowadays. You can do multi-line integrals. You can do third and fourth order differential equations if you wanted to. Computers can do all that. Okay? But you won't see that kind of stuff unless you are doing high-level research in the universities. But if you're wanting to do construction work, if you're wanting, literally, if you're wanting to go out there into the construction trades, you want to go build a house, you want to go weld, you want to go help build a bridge for DOTD, you got to use trigonometry. You got to know the angles. You got to do basic sine, cosine, and tangent. That's why trigonometry is so important. It's used every single day. So the expectations and responsibilities as the instructor and the student, same spiel we did last semester, guys. Nothing changed. I know you guys are pretty cool about that. So basically, in a nutshell, like I said, this video is just to get you guys introduced to trigonometry, get y'all acquainted with the course a little bit. The biggest difference is we're going to be utilizing Moodle a little bit more. We're just going to be putting more material into Moodle this semester. So definitely access Moodle a little bit more. You'll be having reminders sent out to you a little bit more frequently and more regularly. As always, guys, let me know if you have any questions of any kind, okay? That's what I'm here for. Excuse me, I apologize. But I'm happy to help, y'all know that. So, looking at my calendar, the first round of assignments we have is just going to be section 6.1. And 6.1 deals with trigonometric functions of acute angles. So if you remember from geometry, acute angles are just angles that are less than 90 degrees. Okay, so anything that deals with like 45 degrees or 60 degrees, mostly 30, 60, and 45, 45 triangles. Okay, that's in a nutshell, that's what we're going to be dealing with. So as always, guys, let me know if you have any questions of any kind. I'm happy to help. And talk to y'all soon, okay?